Mom stopped telling. Meghan shake like a leaf as her mum leaked her and his ex-husband's secret on podcast. The Duchess of Sussex lives in her home state of California with Prince Harry and their 2 children, not far from her mother. Meghan Markle had a surprise guest on her latest podcast, her mum Doria Ragland. On the latest episode of her Archetypes podcast, released Tuesday, the Duchess of Sussex spoke with Sophie Trudeau, Pamela Adlin and Sam J about being a good mother and a wife. Ironically, Doria had called Meghan while she was working on the episode. Meghan is heard talking as it noticed her mother calling her via FaceTime. "All right?" So the first one you said, "Oh sugar, my mum's FaceTiming me. Hey mummy." "How's my girl?" Doria is heard saying over the phone. "I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. It's okay," Meghan replied. "I'm recording right now. Do you want to see?" "I see," Doria said. Doria also says that her daughter, "You have on a smiley face." "I have on a smiley face," Meghan confirmed. "I love you." "I love you too. I'll see you on Saturday," Doria said. Once off the call, Meghan had narrated, "But my mum did this thing. You may have heard the clicking sound that she was doing. My mum literally just pulled out a reference of what I came up with as a cool handshake to do with her when I was about 8, which was a snap, scissors cut, chicken wing." And she continued, "I'm 41 years old, and she's like, okay, that's great. And it's just put me right back into the past," Meghan continued, "thinking about my childhood, our little quirks together. And then with the episode on my brain, it got me thinking about all the ways that my mum had supported me, how she took care of me, and the house and herself, and how she has just juggled so much. The amount that women carry and then navigate, it is immense, and it is often the most thankless, unpaid labor there is. And no union, there's no lunch break, there's nothing like that. At home, women, you work really, really hard, and a lot of that work is born out of necessity. But it is so much of also born out of expectation, and the idea that we need to fix it exact cookie-cutter shape the world wants to jam us into." Doria lives in Los Angeles, not far from the Monte Center home, where Meghan and Prince Harry are raising their 2 children, 3-year-old son Archie Harrison and 1-year-old daughter Lilibet Diana. Meghan and Doria shared a close relationship and had given glimpses of their bond throughout Meghan's time in the public eye. As the Duchess of Sussex definitely gets a lot of her strength from her mother, and a friend had previously told People. As before, Meghan had begun her romance with Prince Harry. The former actress had borne her mum as her +1 to the 2015 UN Women's 20th anniversary of the 4th World Conference of Women in Beijing, held in New York City. Doria was also seen with Meghan at the closing ceremony of the 2017 Invictus Games in Toronto, with Meghan and Harry and their debut as a couple. Meghan had her mum's support at the royal wedding in May 2018, spending the night with her at the Clarion House Hotel beforehand, and then riding together to the Windsor Castle for the big walk down the aisle. And there where Meghan had hosted a celebration marking the publication of Together, our community cookbook, which was the Duchess of Sussex had helped create to benefit those affected by the Grenfell Tower fire tragedy. Doria travelled to the UK to attend. She stood next to Prince Harry and had watched proudly as Meghan gave an off-the-cuff speech about the project, her first as the member of the royal family. At one point, Doria and Harry exchanged a smile.